Okay, Jay, thanks very much. And when we come back, a 50-year mystery back in the spotlight. That's next. So on this day in 1969, a 16-year-old boy disappeared in Kimberley, leading to a massive search in that community. The case is still unsolved, and all these years later, the lead investigator is finally speaking out in the hopes that someone will come forward and finally provide some answers. Here's Catherine Urquhart.
I still think there's another side to this, and somebody knows something out there.
5 decades later, retired Staff Sergeant Fred Bodnaruk remains haunted by the disappearance of a young boy. He was based at the RCMP's Kimberley detachment when 16-year-old Phillip Porter vanished.
How much does this case weigh on you 50 years later?
Almost as intensely as it was from the beginning. I've revisited the file numerous times.
It was June 26, 1969. The mentally disabled teen left the family home in Kimberley to run an errand for his mother and never returned. A massive search followed. Divers checked local waterways. Mine shafts were scoured.
I remember when he went missing, it was a very, very sad day for Kimberley.
It was a bad feeling, and the whole town rallied up and went out and tried to find him. The schools were involved. It was huge.
A ransom phone call followed, then a note. Philip's father, who ran Cominco Mine at the time, played along, allowing Mounties to make an arrest. Earl Bennett, a disgruntled Cominco employee, was convicted of extortion, but there was no body.
He was a welder with Cominco, and he was turned down as a position to be a welding foreman, and that didn't sit well with him.
Bennett passed a polygraph, yet remained a person of interest until his death in 1974. Fred Bodnaruk, who solved dozens of murders while running the RCMP's homicide section, isn't certain what happened. 50 years later, he's still hoping someone will come forward so the case can be solved.
Well, we're not going to give up. We're just going to keep going.
Catherine Urquhart, Global News.